Hey everybody, welcome back to another 2020 Toyota Tacoma video. Well, this week I'm going to attempt to install this LAMIN-X film in yellow on my factory fog lights, which are LED. So replacing the lens is not really an option, but I do like a yellow fog light. So here's what they sent. Of course, you can see the film right there. This is supposed to be for the Tacoma, but historically, I suck at doing this. So I think what I'm going to do is take the fog lights out of the truck and try to work with them here on the bench. So stay tuned to watch me fail. All right, here in the passenger side wheelhouse, you can access the fog light. Just need to kind of peel back this fender liner. Looks like a couple of 10s and a pop clip of some sort, and then I should be able to access it to remove it. So hopefully it won't be an issue. All right, I got this light out. It was actually pretty simple. Just a matter of peeling this back, and there's not much room in there, but it's just held in with one screw, and then you can kind of stick your arm through the front there and unplug it. So let's take this to the workbench and see how badly I can screw it up. Well, that didn't go as bad as I thought it would. It was actually pretty simple to put down, and you can reposition this if you need to according to the instructions, and I did have to do it once. The fault that I can see is this is actually not quite big enough to cover this lens, but when this is installed in the truck, this is the center edge towards the front license plate. This is more exposed than this. This side is covered up with some trim, so the reason I pulled it off and repositioned it was to move it over just a little bit to kind of eliminate, you know, a non-coverage area. One thing, if you can see it, it's nice and flat and there are no bubbles in it, no fingers as they're called, but there are little tiny, what looks like maybe air bubbles trapped underneath the material. But the instructions say that those will fade, those will go away. So I'm hoping, like, you know, window tint, that'll be the same. So I think I'm probably gonna just leave these on here. You won't really see them. It doesn't say anything about cutting them off, but I guess I can go ahead and reinstall this. I've got a helper today. Well, installing that was actually pretty simple. There's only one screw. And provided the very, very tiny air bubbles, well, they don't even look like bubbles, just, I don't even know what they are. Maybe you can't even see them from here. Provided they actually do dissipate, then I think this will have been a success. So I still got to do the other side. But I do like the way it looks. And if I change my mind, it's very simple to replace. I think these were maybe $11. I'll put a link in the description below. All right, moving on to the other side. This is the film. So you can see it actually, try to get it to focus. It's not perfectly clear. So I think some of the kind of texture I was seeing underneath the film on the other side is just kind of inherent to this. Anyway, I'm going to line it up. This would be the inside edge towards the license plate. I'm going to line it up here, and there will be a slight gap on this side, which is covered by the surrounding trim. So I'm going to use two hands to do this. This is actually pretty simple. Got it placed in the center, and now you just kind of do it in kind of an X pattern. And then continue to smooth it out. so on and so forth, and there won't be any wrinkles or fingers by the time I'm done. This side is done. No bubbles, no fingers, no lint stuck under there. Other than just, and you can see it here, like the little, I don't know, crinkles, air bubbles, whatever. It's perfectly flat. The directions do say that that will go away, so I guess I'll give it some time. So I'll go ahead and pop this back on and finish this project. And here's the finished product. Really happy with the way they turned out. I am gonna wait till it gets dark and then I'll show you what they look like at that time. And there's the finished product. I really like the way it looks. It's not obnoxious. And where I live in California, we do get some fog at certain times of the year. So I do like having a fog light. And if I decide I don't like them or I'm tired of them, I can just peel them off. But it does provide a nice, even light. And the fact that they're actually LED makes a huge difference. Of course, the headlights do most of the heavy lifting for the lighting on this truck, but having the LED fog lights really seems to help. Yeah, I guess the further away, the more defined they are. But I like it. I like it a lot. I've always liked yellow fog lights or amber, whatever you want to call them. And so I'm glad I did this. I'll put a link down in the description for the film where I got it. I highly suggest using a quality product like I used. I've tried the cheap stuff before and it is garbage. Definitely happy with this LAMIN-X, I guess it's called. Anyway, that'll do it for one more video. Stay tuned for more. And please feel free to subscribe if you want to see lots of videos coming up with the 2020 Toyota Tacoma. I almost said 2002 Ford Ranger. Anyway, until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.